Well, Bridget, Sarah, 5 victims came forward today to share their emotional testimony with the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, recounting not only the assault that they endured, but the relentless push to keep those incidents quiet in the years that followed. Now they're pushing for some accountability with less words and more action as this investigation pushes forward.
While the Coast Guard should be a place to thrive for a lot of females and males, the Coast Guard is a place to survive.
On the heels of a searing new report detailing the mishandling of sexual assault allegations within the Coast Guard comes a field hearing inviting witnesses to share their firsthand experience on how they say the Coast Guard and New London's Coast Guard Academy failed them.
Have you ever had a nightmare where you're in a crowd of people and someone is after you but you can't scream or run? That is what it felt like for me serving in the Coast Guard after my assaults.
Senator Richard Blumenthal chairs the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, which is digging into Operation Fouled Anchor, an internal sexual assault investigation conducted by the Coast Guard itself between 1990 and 2006 that was kept hidden.
They're more concerned about the image of the Coast Guard, about getting the budget correct, as opposed to taking care of their members.
Witnesses told the subcommittee that allegations of sexual harassment and assault were handled improperly on countless occasions, with the accused often transferred, offered retirement, or in some cases even moved up the ranks.
Members that assaulted and harassed others and were protected are still in the Coast Guard today.
Senator Blumenthal asked the witnesses, who represent just a fraction of the over 80 whistleblowers that have come forward, what needs to be done to change the culture. They emphasized the need for accountability, pushing for perpetrators to be named, third-party reporting options, and leaders who condone this cover-up culture to be weeded out.
My cries and pleas to be seen and heard did not fall upon deaf ears, but weak leaders.
Though the Coast Guard has cooperated with the investigation and made policy changes when it comes to sexual assault training and reporting, survivors say it doesn't go far enough.
I think my sexual harassment report would have been taken serious today only because I'm under a different command. Words are not enough to fix it. Action actually has to be taken.
The underlying trust issues throughout the service. If we don't address that, all the other policies and changes and all the money we put into these efforts, it's going to be for waste.
And Senator Blumenthal vows that the subcommittee's investigation will move forward with a sense of urgency. The record remains open at this time for the next 15 days or so for witnesses to provide further comment if they so desire, and for committee members to ask some additional questions as well. In studio tonight, Kaylee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.